There's no doubt that 21st century man has come a long way from our hunter-gatherer origins.
Good morning, it's Ryan here calling today to book the annual service on the boiler.
In Britain today, we take food, shelter and warmth for granted. And most of us consume rather than create.
I want to find out what happens if you strip man of all the luxuries and the conveniences of modern living and then force them to fight for their very existence.
13 British men have been abandoned on a remote Pacific desert island.
With just the clothes to stand up in and a few basic tools.
Get spear! Whoa, whoa! What's that, mate?
And these guys are going to be completely alone, filming everything themselves.
OK, got him.
We've landed in the middle of an alien movie.
When pushed to the extreme, do they still have what it takes to survive?
It will become Lord of the Flies.
Did you just do a wanker sign towards me?
I think we'll start sticking some of the weaker ones on a raft and send them off to another island.
This isn't about talk, this is about action. If you think you can do it, prove it.
Can't believe it!
This is dangerous.
Coming in, brace! Whoa. That was a close one.
It's now the second week since 13 British men were abandoned.
It's like suckling from the teat again.
Oh, man.
On a remote Pacific island. And all they have to keep them alive are a few basic tools.
Look at that, what could possibly go wrong there?
3 of the men are trained and experienced cameramen, but they're living under exactly the same conditions as everyone else. So far, they've hunted down...
Holy shit, the bed, man.
And killed their first big prey.
Seeing that edge, then it just sent me over the edge a bit.
The longer we're here, the more our inner savage past will reveal itself.
Tonight, for the first time, we're a tribe.
But despite this success, food is now running dangerously low. And the men have drastically lost weight.
The reality of island life is biting.
Oh, I'm gonna kill one.
Living on the edge of existence,
He's stealthy.
the men are now losing hope.
I f***ed it up again! I think it broke my hand.
Oh, it smells a bit down here. Hello. Am I sitting in fish guts or something? There's not a very good smell here, but it. So day 8, and shit has gone down. Tempers are about to flare. I can see arguments about to kick off, honey. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
In the men's exposed camp, bitter winds from the Pacific have dropped the temperature by nearly 20 degrees.
Ryan, get your feet off the bar. Ryan, get your feet off the bar, or I shall pull them off.
Get off, Tony, get off.
Right.
No, just don't.
Listen to me. You'll fall asleep. Your feet are in the fire. Where are you going?
Don't speak to me.
Ryan's feet had gone over the safety bar. It's his personal safety that's important. Ryan!
Retired policeman Tony from Yorkshire has taken on the role of fire safety warden.
Ryan!
To be honest, I don't care how he speaks to me. I don't want to be woken up at all. I have trouble sleeping. The only way my feet were going to set on fire in the position that we're in is if they was going to spontaneously combust. I'll just sit near the fire, wide awake, 3 feet away, arms and legs crossed.
Right, I'll sit and watch you. Go on.
You don't need to sit and watch me.
No, well, OK, I won't watch you then. You go get down.
Shouting in the bloody earhole in the middle of the night. We're not actually in Korea, and there is no enemy.
You disturbed everybody when you did it.
Well,
in the manner that you did it. Sometimes, just taking a slightly different point of view with certain people might be worth doing. It's a consideration, isn't it?
I'm sorry for disturbing you, Fletch, but which was the priority? Ryan's feet or a few guys sleeping? Sleep never killed anybody. Fire doesn't. Burnt feet here would have been the end of Ryan as part of the team.
Morning, Kiff.
men have had just 2 hours of unbroken sleep.
This is when it gets hard. You might just have to stop and just appreciate what we've got in front of us.
Well, I think one of the intriguing things about this experiment is that the wild is unpredictable, and what's interesting is see what's going to happen when you're tired and you're hungry and you're thirsty and you're missing home. Then you learn what people are really like, and that's when it becomes interesting.
I didn't realise just what hunger meant. I really didn't. It's not a rumble in your tummy. That's long, long past.
Dropped off 13 men, going to pick up 13 hobos.
On the island, lack of sleep isn't the only issue that's plaguing the men.
I am covered in it, look. My face, my cheek, my forehead. I've been absolutely bit to shit.
By night, they're subjected to constant sandfly attacks.
You see those? I've never known an itch like it in my life.
It's like someone stabbing you in the hand with a really hot pin over and over and over and over again. Look at the state of me. If they think this is fake, they can fuck off.
Ryan's invented a unique way to beat the critters.
A couple of days ago, doing the diary cam, realised they had zombie flesh from the insect bites. So I had a bit of spare fabric. Started to sleep like this. Keep the insects off my face, and it seems to be working.
Is that the back of your pants when you pull it down?
No, it's the front.
Oh, is it? It's good, mate. It's ingenious.
21-year-old Ryan is the youngest man on the island. He lives in Stockport.
I don't think I've seen the side of him being a natural hunter-gatherer, but I think that you can develop that.
I like to think that I can make a bed or nest out of anything. You lay the towel down. I like to think of myself as quite practical when it comes to things like this. It doesn't look like much, but after a night out, this will save your life. Maybe you could say I'm a survivor in the sense that I don't let myself die.
So far, Ryan struggled with the severe conditions, but he's trying his hardest to fit in with the group.
Oh, this is great morning.
Do you know? Oh, you've lost your tits, bro.
Ryan's really struggling, but he makes me laugh way more than anybody else here.
You can buy unicorn meat off Amazon. It's basically just Spam with glitter in it. Don't get it. Yeah.
However, living in such hostile conditions can take its toll.
What's going on, man? You feeling rough or what? I just feel minging. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling too great. This is still hurting me. That's making me feel like an absolute prick. To make matters worse, I just had a dream about Natalie, my beautiful girlfriend. And a huge part of me wants to go home. A huge part of me.
Despite one solid meal of Cayman crocodile, the men are all suffering, eating on average a dangerously low 300 calories a day.
Who needs Domino's pizza when you've got snail broth?
And starvation is fast creeping up on them.
So one of our big issues right now is we're not catching any fish in these nets. I think we need to move them. So you've got to track them, you've got to trace them. It's the same as anything. And if we just sit here waiting for it, we're stupid.
If we don't have food, we don't have energy, eventually we all sort of roll up and die. So we need to have food.
The men's camp is established on a beach at the southern tip of the island. I've ensured this island has enough water animals and vegetation on it to keep the men alive, but only if they have the ingenuity to find it, catch it and kill it.
Day 12, and there was no fish in the net again.
The men have made fishing nets from the washed-up debris found on the beach, but so far, they've caught almost nothing.
I'm not the best swimmer, that's why I don't help out with the gill nets. I can swim, but I can't save my life swim. If it was in a life and death situation, I'd die.
What is it? Oh, no. All we're catching in those nets is poo fish. Poo fish. And when I say poo fish, a poo fish is a fish that tastes like poo. Literally tastes like poo.
Yet again, the men have left the nets in the warm Pacific water too long, and the fish have died and begun decomposing.
So this is the poo fish. It's inedible, considering we would eat almost anything right now. And we're not eating poo fish, so it tells you quite how much it tastes like poo. Such a shame, it smells like the right kind of thing. It's just revolting.
When Mother Nature slams that larder door firmly shut, things in a group can rapidly go downhill. You're hungry, you're despondent, and it's so tempting to give up. But like so many things in life and in the wild, it's actually about how you respond to those crisis moments.
So where are we going, Sam?
We're going foraging.
In their second week on the island, and with energy levels at rock bottom, the men's very survival hangs in the balance.
How good would a caiman be right now, Chris?
I have vague and fond memories of caiman.
It's the same people always working hard. I think Fletch, Matt, Kif, Dan, Sam, Saki and Chris are the kind of ones that are always keen to go and do shit. And there's a kind of core group of resters. They do a little bit here and there, just enough not to completely piss you off.
There he is.
One so-called rester, Ryan, the youngest member of the group, has been spotted aimlessly wandering alone.
We found him. What's he doing all the way up there? It's good to tell us what he's up to before he goes. Hi, mate. How are you?
Feel a bit useless at the moment.
Do you? Why?
I just feel weak.
I don't think Ryan's really sort of engaging with the group and generally helping out. He's quite distant. Yeah, disengaged with the whole process. So I'm just genuinely worried about the guy.
As the adventure and experience has got harder, relationships between people have become a little more tense. Everyone is very aware who's doing what in the camp now.
Don't give me a hand, strike.
No.
He's just idle. It's just an insult to the rest of us.
You know, he's only young, and people are probably judging him a little bit too quickly, if I'm honest.
I gotta be honest, I don't think Ryan will see 14 days on the island.
I don't think he's going to make it, to be honest.
Some people are looking for work and other people are not seeing it when it's right in front of them.
Say Ryan, you know,
He's sitting down there doing nothing now and has been for the last hour and a half. You know, we're too close to the edge of existence to, you know, to have passengers.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to do this challenge.
I need to go up there, clean up. I can't. I'm trying, but I can't. Right, I need to go.
Right, mate.
In the midday sun, the temperature is 35 degrees and 70% humidity.
You say you weren't any good at rugby?
I played, but I was the smallest in the year.
Really?
Ryan's been asked to help the others prepare a new sleeping area inland, away from the sandflies on the beach.
There's just no point just moving 2 or 3 leaves back. Either do something or don't bother doing anything. That kid's head is up his arse.
What's the matter, kid?
You look like you're going to kill somebody.
Kill him.
Could have just gave me the broom and said, might be easier with this.
What's the matter, mate?
Well, honestly,
Yeah, go on.
Ryan, he's been sat in his arse all morning. And other people were knocking their pipes out.
Yeah.
And we were clearing up the top camp. And then he comes back and he's got a stick and he's just moving that leaf to there, that leaf to there, that leaf to there. And I've been... Sorry, I'm dehydrated and I'm just a bit grumpy. But it's just...
Who are you on?
Have a guess. Ryan, do you see everyone working here? You know, you've been walking around in a dream this morning and not doing any work. And we are fucking working hard.
I was trying to help. Feel like I'm gonna fucking collapse, man. I'm trying my fucking hardest. Really am.
Yeah, but you... Well,
I
OK,
don't need you.
Oh, sorry, I'm really sorry, buddy.
Oh, don't
But
be
we're
like that.
carrying
Don't
you.
be like that. I know you are.
It's driving me fucking bonkers.
He's going. Can't do it, Dan. I need to go.
You need to put yourself in a positive frame of mind. You can't.
Impossible. It's too late.
You're not useless.
I am. I clearly fucking am.
And don't worry about anyone else. Worry about yourself.
I can't stand the idea of one person thinking like that about me.
Ryan's starting to grate with a few people, including myself, and pretty much everything he does here is a pointless exercise.
Ryan's really quite distant and a bit disengaged with the whole process. So I'm just genuinely worried about the guy.
– 3 p.m. Most of the group are gathered in the shaded area in camp.
It's a long time to be walking. I got a feeling he's gone, you know.
Who's that, Sam?
Ryan.
Ryan.
And,
Let's deal with the situation now. How long has he been gone?
Well, he's been gone for a couple of hours.
Has he got his hat with him?
I know, but he shouldn't go. He shouldn't go on his own. It's pretty clear what the rules are, and safety-wise, you shouldn't go off on your own more than 200 metres in the camp.
Ryan has now been missing in the unrelenting tropical heat for 2 hours.
But also, it's in the middle of the day. He took, to my knowledge, he took no water with him.
Last seen heading south, alone and without water, Ryan is in imminent danger.
So I think 2 guys should initially set off to find him.
Yeah, agreed. I'm quite happy to go and look for him. You know, we're here to survive as an island community. It is for us as a community to sort this out.
But it's pretty fucking devastating, that.
Yeah.
To lose 2 guys right now.
Yeah.
And not be collected people, because we've got nothing.
With little energy left, 2 men searching for Ryan and not gathering food is further depleting their reserves.
He's going out, lone wolf, doing what he wants, when he wants, sulking, behaving like a teenager and all that shit, and it's just...
Would you go as far as to say that if he carried on behaving like this day after day, you'd just rather he wasn't here?
Yes.
Anyway, let's go.
Do it. Yeah, I'll take the camera.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, man. Bye.
The island has a circumference of 8 kilometres. It's covered in dense forest, harsh rocky terrain, and has perilous tides.
Let's race up the rocks. You and I are pretty good at that. Let's do that.
So even the most experienced survivor can get in trouble here very quickly.
Ryan shouldn't be clambering over this stuff.
On his own?
No.
Ryan! What's he fucking thinking? He's a 20-year-old kid from Stockport. This is a hostile place. Ryan!
The problem is he could be hidden behind any of those rocks up there, or any of these rocks here. But Ryan!
Ryan! I think we've now got a young man in a very vulnerable situation, which could have dire effects on his own personal health.
As far as I'm concerned, he's breached health and safety, and he's not only jeopardised his own health and safety, he's jeopardised our health and safety. We're putting ourselves at risk again to go and find him.
Ryan! Where the fuck is he, is the big question.
Even when the cameras aren't rolling, the men's audio is recorded 24 hours a day.
If I do die, please, someone listen to this. I gotta say, Mum, thank you for giving me life and for giving me everything else after.
Ryan!
Oh, hang on, there's a footprint here.
Huh?
Footprint here.
Daylight is now running out. Ryan has been missing for 5 hours in the 35-degree heat and without water.
Ryan!
The thing about dehydration is that it can creep up on you very, very fast. And the average human body probably carries about 80 litres of fluid. And once you've lost 30% of that, the reality is you're going to die.
Ryan!
Ryan!
A lot of people are very fucking angry because he's putting the group at risk. Where I come from, if you keep running off despite the rules and you act like a stupid little child, that's how you'll get treated. None of this, oh, let's be nice to him, let's try to bring him round. No, you get told to fuck off. You get told, if you keep being stupid, you're out of here. That's how it works where I come from.
One less mouth to feed.
Well, there's less mouths to feed.
One less mouth to feed, one less person to worry about.
I like him.
Yeah,
I really like him.
No one
he's
dislikes.
so funny, and he's all these great things. But I get my gut feeling is that he just ain't cut out for it.
I worked with teams of blokes and women, And if anybody in the team, I know they were getting well paid as police officers, but at the end of the day, if one was letting the team down...
Why they'd have to go?
They went.
Yeah.
You know, they had no option.
And I get what you mean. Like this is like a bigger situation as well because of the heat.
This is life-threatening.
This is life-threatening, yeah.
Tide's coming in really fast. We're going to have to start scrambling through the forest to get back if we don't find him soon.
With only 60 minutes till sundown and the tide coming in, Matt and Rupert have a choice.
Ryan!
Call off the search and leave Ryan at the mercy of the elements,
Ryan!
or return through the jungle in the dark.
It's just thick, dense forest everywhere.
I have to SOS this fucker. I've given up on everything in my life. I'm not giving up on this.
Ryan! Ryan!
Oh, there he is.
You got him?
Yeah.
Walking away?
No, coming towards us very slowly. And he looks a bit fucked. He's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
That's how people die.
Where have you been, mate?
Just been walking down the coast.
Yeah, hang on, stop a sec. Stop. Have you had anything to drink?
No.
You've had nothing to drink?
I don't want anything.
You do need something to drink.
I'll just get back.
Mate, we're all going to get back, but you need something to drink.
You'll collapse on the way. Let's sit down for a second,
Ryan,
okay?
let's sit down over here, please.
Dark soon.
Yeah, I know.
Ryan, you haven't drunk for at least 4 or 5 hours. And you've been in the midday sun. Sit down and let's get some water in you. Because at the moment...
Let everybody down.
Sorry?
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry.
Let's
You
just
say you
get
let
back.
everyone down.
Okay, don't worry about it, mate.
I'm more concerned that you
Get you.
get better, mate. I'm more concerned you get better and you need some water in you right now. Yeah? And you need all of that in you. You've been a long way.
Take it easy, just sip it. Get it down slowly. Get the lot down.
You need to have drunk about 2 to 3 litres a day. And I don't think you've drunk even 1 litre a day, have you? No.
Find anything good?
Fuck off.
Coat hanger, always handy.
For Grandpa.
For Grandpa. I'll keep him happy.
Sorry, guys.
Don't worry about it, mate. We're just pleased you're safe. That's the main thing. We're pleased
That's
you're
the important thing, mate. You're safe.
Because we were all getting a bit worried for you, and it was the middle of the day.
You're being too nice to me.
Well, shouting doesn't really help, does it? But I appreciate your apology.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
No, that's worth something. Let's get you back to camp.
Let's
Get
do
you
it now.
hydrated, get coconut in you, and
Let's
you'll
do
perk
it.
up.
I'd love to say we've got a feast prepared, but we've got fuck all.
Oh no, there'll be a big heart
I'll
of palm.
carry that. I'll carry that. No, I'll carry it.
Ryan, I want you to concentrate on
I'll carry
walking.
it. You need to
You're staggering around and stuff,
you all
okay?
right?
So you get one hand on your stick.
I've had water now.
Yeah, but you...
Yeah, I know,
not
but
had
it'll take a
enough.
while for it to work. You just get going.
I'd be surprised if we make it round.
Yes, we are being a little bit too nice to him. But still. Get him back, and at least we found him and he's safe, which is the important thing.
Did you see any before?
No.
I did genuinely feel like I was going to die at one point.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, mate.
A big log landed on my foot. I moved it eventually.
How long were you under the log?
I don't know, about 5 minutes.
You know, we're not looking after him. No. He's not one of our children. He's a grown man.
He's here on an equal basis as a man
he is.
with the rest of us.
Obviously, a soft approach hasn't worked. We failed on the soft approach.
And what are you proposing as a hard approach? What's your definition of a hard approach? To make the lad feel like a twat?
You know, mate, you're part of the team. You're part of the team, so we do worry about you. Yeah? We're all going to get through this together, yeah? So...
I'm not giving up.
Ah, there's no question of giving up.
They'll have to carry me off, dead or alive. I'm not walking off the island.
That's the spirit.
I've got one idea that we tell Ryan, in no uncertain terms, the position he's in, and he stays in camp with me under my watchful eye. And if he decides to wander off, then I appear to have two options. Let him wander off and somehow notify the guys to go stop him, or I physically try to stop him, which could constitute an assault.
I'll tell you something, mate, they'll all be pleased to see you.
Did he get some food?
What?
Did he get some food?
Did he?
Yeah.
No.
What's he carrying?
Bag of shite.
Tony, Brian's got a present for you, mate.
It's lovely to see you, mate. It's really lovely to see you. I'm almost in tears. To bloody well see you.
Stop it.
No, I'm not stopping it. We just want you back, mate. Come here. Come here.
The men have spent the day concentrating on finding Ryan, which means the only food in camp are leftover snails.
Find any oysters, Joe?
Oysters? Didn't find any oysters.
Fine. At any point did you consider us guys? You didn't tell us where you were going, you'd been gone hours and it was coming in dark.
Don't really know how to answer that.
Sorry?
Don't really know how to answer that.
Well, either you did give a shit or you didn't.
I don't think it's fair to say that I don't give a shit.
I'm struggling to understand how you can be gone for so long and just not come in and say, oh, sorry, lads. I'm over this now. I'm here to survive, not babysit.
Now, I'm a very honest person, and this diary cam is a very honest thing. It's an experiment. It's not a weakness if you can't stand it and you need to go home. I guarantee you 13 people will not leave this island. 13 people will not leave this island.
You know, this place looks like paradise, but this place can be very hostile. One wrong foot and you're in trouble, you're lost, or you're dehydrated, or you're in danger. So you have to respect this place.
Oh, well done, mate. Good. How are you this morning, mate?
All right, yeah.
Better? How's the hand?
Just getting there.
Yeah.
1 or 2 more days, I think.
Yesterday, in the 35-degree heat, Ryan went missing without a supply of water. Forced to take action, Rupert and Matt found him nearly 5 hours later, lost and severely dehydrated.
Some people are giving me the cold shoulder today. Hopefully I can change everyone's attitudes towards me. I feel like some people have already made their mind up.
But the last few days have pushed the group of men really to the limit, and the truth is, if they don't start looking after each other, being resourceful and surviving, they haven't got a cat's chance of making it to the end of this month.
Well, I just want to say sorry to everyone about yesterday. I want you all to know that I wasn't storming off in a mood for anything. I just went for a forage, you know, it was against protocol. I just didn't want to return empty-handed. Got a bit lost, and then that's why I was gone so long. So, yeah, I'm sorry.
This wasn't him going off to go and forage stuff. It was a cry for attention, cry for help, a cry for whatever. I should have been finding food, and I wasted it on him.
If you had someone back home like Ryan, would you throw them to the wolves? I don't think you would. You'd help them. You'd try and find their strengths and weaknesses. It's too easy to say he's lazy.
Jobs for today? Who's on water and fire?
I would like to do water and wood and fire today. And I just need one willing helper who's prepared to graft their nuts off. Do you want a go with me?
Yeah.
I will beast you all day.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I mean, I will, but at the end of the day, we'll have done a shitload. You know, I'd like to give Ryan a chance, you know, because, you know, I know I'd had a go at him. I think he deserved it. And there's no good just sort of pushing someone down if you don't try and pick him up again afterwards. Go on, Ryan.
I think all he needs is someone's approval. I think that's what he's after.
While Kif takes Ryan on the water run, the others desperately scour the island for food.
I've said this many times, but I cannot wait to have a seafood platter at home.
Do you know what I mean?
I cannot wait.
These are good. These are falling out of the tree above where we are. And they're not the best thing you're ever going to eat. When you bite into them, kind of a cross between mud and an old strawberry. Right now, it's doing it for me. Just gives you that little bit of something, you know? I think that one's actually rotten.
Exerting energy in this heat can cause a man to sweat over a litre of water every hour.
OK. Take that. You do tops, I'll do...
You sure?
Yeah.
Collecting clean water could mean the difference between life and death for the men.
Watched Ray Mears all my life. I've read the book, Robinson Crusoe. I've just always been sort of a fantasy to come to Desert Island and do this. I'm just finding it a lot harder than what I imagined, so I'm just going to try and get my head down and get on with it.
When did you leave school?
I did go to college. I did business, English language, geography and biology. Failed them all. I think I had such a lazy attitude. Did you go to university?
No. I got chucked out of pretty much every school I ever went to because I was a lazy little bugger. Probably much like yourself. I've been doing sound recording for 17 or 18 years now. I'm the guy with the hook. I think because my jobs enable me to travel and see all types of people doing all types of things, the one thing I've learned, with kindness, things can be OK. And I think on the island, that is what's going to do it. Here we go. Chuff, chuff.
Ryan seemed to be pulling his finger out. Kif was on him, babying him. But if the babying works, then the babying is what we have to do.
Breathe in, and then just watch.
The fact that Ryan can't swim means he can't help with tasks like pulling in the fishnets, and this isolates him from the group.
That slowly.
So Kif wants to help.
Okay. I really wanted to prove myself. I'd even have a go swimming out doing the gill nets, depending on how that swimming lesson goes.
So your body's sort of turning.
See, I'm already losing confidence.
You'll be good. Let's just get in and do it.
Big shout out for Kif, really, because you can see Ryan's spirits lift.
1, 2, 3, breathe. Good. 1.
I've got so much respect for Kif. I realised that he was right, I was wrong. I've not been pulling my weight. I need to just man up.
Just wanted to at least attract a look whilst on the island.
Jeez. No, you've looked worse, trust me.
First sign of fish returning to the bay. There's one lone pelican here fishing. So our nets might hold something for breakfast, actually.
The men now haven't eaten a solid meal for 4 days. From their 1 day of survival training, the men know the sea is their best hope of catching food.
You got one sack?
For the first time, Ryan has joined Kif, Saki and the others to help pull the nets in.
Look at that. Beauty! Don't let him escape.
There's a stingray in the net.
He's out, he's out. Shit. You weren't hungry enough, mate. You didn't have the hunger.
I do now. I'm gonna kill one of those fuckers before I leave.
No, you're pissed off.
Yes.
For Saki, it's a bitter fail.
Yay!
But another net remains.
Look at that, piggy.
Yeah, fish.
The second net has delivered the men's biggest haul to date. Catching 8 edible fish means vital protein to keep the group alive.
Bear Grylls, this survival programme is a piece of piss.
However, the net has also brought in an unwelcome visitor.
It's the deadly stonefish.
Shit. So these spines here, you stand on these spines and...
Boom.
Boom. It's not great.
Okay.
A stonefish has 13 large spines, and each one contains venom so deadly it can kill you within 2 hours.
Beautiful in a strange kind of way. Now that is a prehistoric fish. Didn't think we was going to see one of these, you know.
Which one are you going for? I see the size of that going in there, Matt.
Oh, man.
If we can get a net of fish like that every day, then I think I'm just going to enjoy this opportunity whilst it's here.
What a fabulous way to start the day. That was just a huge surprise this morning.
With the bumper haul of 8 fish cooking, all the men, apart from Ryan, are gathered by the fire.
I don't like Ryan missing at morning briefings. I don't think it should happen. He should do his diary cam at another time. He should be here. It's important.
I said Celavie.
No, it's not. It's not Celavie, Fletch. He's vulnerable. No, it's not.
Away from camp, Ryan is attempting to dispose of the stonefish.
That fish is twitching quite a lot, and I'm starting to feel really bad. So I'm going to bash its head in. Just to be sure, because I don't want it to suffer. Always a shame to see a fellow stoner go.
Right, Ryan was burying the stonefish. He was getting out of the way, so nobody stood on it. It was a pretty important job to get out of the way because it's a deadly fish. Obviously didn't know we were having a meeting, so...
He should be here. I'm making my point, Fletch. I've overruled you.
Why can you overrule somebody by shouting?
I have nothing more to say.
So we've got foraging. So there's a team going up to the northwest coast.
Today, Ryan didn't come to the meeting, which to me was not on, and I made my point. I think day one, Ryan has been the one that's been at risk. He's injured himself. He's totally disorganised round the camp. Everybody's agreed that he's a liability.
And I'm keeping it in. I'm biting my tongue. But Ryan's doing a good job there. It's a job that needed doing.
Yeah.
And he was getting... And I'm not going to have that. It's bullying.
Grandad's in a bit of a feisty mood today.
Yeah.
I just want to say, if he shouts at you...
Don't worry, I'm all right.
Just don't walk away. Promise me you won't walk away, yeah?
I won't walk away.
Just take it all on...
I've never stormed off.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, take it on your broad shoulders, yeah? If he has a go at you, yeah?
OK.
Midday in camp. The men can finally feast on their first meal of fish.
Thank you so much, mate.
Some proper food. Mate, it's the best feeling in the world. Like, I don't know what it's like to have a baby because I don't have one, but I'd say it's better than birth.
Can anybody tell me what fish it is?
Sea fish.
Sea fish. I like sea fish. Edible sea fish.
Oh, my God.
Is it good?
What, mate?
Really good.
Things are looking up.
We had beautiful fish just now. Finally, the nets came good and we caught some fish and it's fucking great.
It'd be nice to have a little kind of lemon sauce or something, but...
Yeah.
Oh, mate,
Bloody brilliant.
never happy.
Thank you, Ireland. Thank you, Gilnet.
I feel like a new man. I feel like I'm back to myself.
Every kind of...
All because a bit of fish. Imagine when we get back and we're eating burgers, we're going to be, like, off our head.
So when we're all having our first burger or whatever we're all going to have, and we start to cry, we should bottle our tears because you can sell your tears of joy on the internet.
Have you ever bought tears on the internet?
It's too expensive, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tears of joy are like 30 quid a pop.
Really?
Not that big.
How big's a pot?
It is incredible what a difference to everybody's spirits one meal can make. Ryan sitting there holding court, just talking rubbish, making everyone laugh. Absolutely brilliant.
You get a certificate saying where they came from and that. Google it. Wow. Oh, it's incredible.
That is beautiful. Looks like they're all flying home for something.
Full from last night's meal, a different concern is now the talk of the camp.
The trouble is, in a hot environment like desert or here, you sweat so much, your body tries to hold on to any water it can, so it's very easy to get constipated. Joe, how many days since you've been?
8.
No, 9 days.
You haven't had a crap for 9 days?
No, 9 days.
I've not had one for 9 days either.
Well,
longest I've ever been in my life. But
a new Ryan record.
Always thought you were full of shit.
Can I point things out to you now while you're here?
In the sleeping area, Quartermaster Tony is on the warpath.
Your hat is there. Your belt is there.
I know where the hat is. I know where the belt is.
Everything's all over.
No, it's not.
OK.
It's always bollocks every 5 minutes.
Where's?
Tony all the time digging at people. It's pissing me off. There's no need for it. There's no fucking need for it.
I don't know what his problem is.
Tony, mate, lay off him, because he has turned a corner.
He hasn't turned the full corner.
OK, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
And if you and things like that, we'll send him back.
Yeah, I've laid off now for a few days, but we are carrying him.
Tony slightly has it in for Ryan because I think he sees him as a bit of a hippy-dippy sort of soul who needs to go to boot camp, but this is not boot camp island. This is about surviving.
Truth is, this is so much harder than what I ever thought it was going to be. I'm just going to do everything in my power now to make sure that nobody feels like I'm not pulling my weight.
For these guys who last the course, there will be an enduring sense of self-respect and pride. And it's easy to talk a good story, but ultimately, this isn't about talk, this is about action.
So where are we going, Ryan?
Going to Echo Beach, getting some snails.
Determined to prove himself, Ryan heads out to forage for food. But this time, he's asked Saki to come with him.
Is that an injured one I see?
One of them might be.
The men are only ever one failed catch away from extreme hunger.
Hey, Saki! Hang on!
Ryan has spotted something that might sustain the group a lot more than snails.
He's injured, poor guy. Some sort of seabird, I don't know. It's got beautiful green eyes. I want to just end this thing's misery ASAP because it's not even giving me a fight.
For animal lover Ryan, killing the cormorant humanely and quickly is of the utmost importance.
It's a sad situation, but it's the kindest thing to do. So if we're gonna kill for our food, this is probably the way that least makes me feel guilty. Right, I'm gonna do it. Right, hang on. Just as hard as I can, yeah?
As hard as you can. This is your moment of glory, mate. Mate, that's dead. I think that's a job well done, Ryan. He's gone from being a lazy no-hoper, really, to, you know, pulling his finger out and fully immersing himself in the activities of the group. And that's commendable on so many levels.
What you got, Ryan?
Nature provided us with a little extra.
You kill it?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Nice one.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done. It's a beautiful creature as well.
Bend it the way it's not meant to go.
Ryan, for the first time, is providing the men with dinner.
Yeah, so you get your fingers in there now, can you?
And is prepping the bird under Farmer Joe's instructions.
That's it. And what's that there, look?
It's just a little heart.
You've done a really good job, and I think that's why we're all here, aren't we? To do something that we wouldn't normally do at home.
Are you going to eat it? Saki's dibs this one.
Is he?
Yeah, he wants some of the power. I'm going to go and wash my hands, I think.
Well done, Ryan.
I killed it, and I got the meat out, and now I'm cooking it. That is one of my main goals, what I wanted to achieve coming to this island, and I think I've done it. So I'm quite proud of myself, really. But
wow, thanks, buddy.
But it's proper meat.
It's bloody lovely. Well done, man. Thank you so much. That's cormorant heart. Tastes just like chicken liver. Yeah.
Give us a hug. Look, you know my bit of sharpness and hardness?
Yeah.
Underneath here, look at me.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm as soft as a brush, you know.
I don't know if I'm being paranoid. It just feels like treating me a bit different to everybody
Well,
else.
let's say perhaps I have done, and I sincerely apologise for that. Give us another hug.
Thanks,
Spirit and energy levels high, the men are gathered to mark another week spent on the island.
Fire, 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 fire.
Under an emerging moon, Ryan has been given the sole responsibility of lighting the fire.
Please stay lit.
I was worried when I thought he might leave the islands, but he's really picks himself up and he's given himself a good kick in the arse and he's behaving like a man.
Okay, nice, Ryan.
I do think as a culture, especially men, we see low moments as weak moments. And I think what happens when you're vulnerable with each other, you create strong bonds. And where there's strong bonds, there's strength in a team.
Easy at home, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to work for your shit here.
I've already found out something about myself, is that I'm a prick. I'm a total prick. Definitely see this as a turning point, not just on the island, but in my life.
It's not exactly the island of the super vixens.
I'm in a dream world. What are you talking about? My libido's not gone anywhere. First 2 nights I had a boner.
What about you, Ryan? How's your libido?
Like, I had morning glory the first night, and after that, nothing. Getting a bit worried now.
It'd be like poking a marshmallow into a money box when you get home, mate.
Like every couple of days I'm on the rock. I'm just going to look for some, way. I'm out there on Wang Rock. Didn't find nothing.
Go look for some snails.
Go look for some snails.
Bollocks. Next on the island,
Tensions in the camp are rising.
the group is torn apart.
I'm not bitching. Hey, grow up, don't walk away.
I don't know who thinks he is, and you haven't got no fucking right to come and speak to me like that.
This is dangerous, Fletch.
Will it be survival of the fittest?
I think we'll start sticking some of the fucking weaker ones on a raft and send them off to another island.
The guy's a cocksucker. Not allowing the group to split should be of the utmost priority.
There's no doubt that 21st century man has come a long way from our hunter-gatherer origins.
Good morning, it's Ryan here, calling today to book the annual service on the boiler.
In Britain today, we take food, shelter and warmth for granted. And most of us consume rather than create.
I want to find out what happens if you strip man of all the luxuries and the conveniences of modern living and then force them to fight for their very existence.
13 British men have been abandoned on a remote Pacific desert island.
With just the clothes to stand up in and a few basic tools. And these guys are going to be completely alone.
Oh my God, yes!
Filming everything themselves.
Okay, got him. We've landed in the middle of an alien movie.
When pushed to the extreme, do they still have what it takes to survive?
It will become Lord of the Flies.
You just wanker something towards me.
I think we'll start sticking some of the weaker ones on a raft and send them off to another island.
It's so important to look after each other and never, ever give up, even when it's all going wrong.
Nice. One of them is going to say something. I'm going to let them f***ing have it.
This is dangerous.
Coming in, brace!
Mate, this is bollocks.
2 weeks ago, 13 British men were cast away on this remote Pacific island.
Come on, nature, give us some food.
They're alone, with no provisions and only a handful of basic tools.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
3 of the men are trained and experienced cameramen.
There's not a piece of gear that I couldn't pick up. There's just sand all over it.
But they are living under exactly the same conditions as everyone else. So far, they've had one big hunting success.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good on you, Ed.
But now, they're living through famine.
I would eat a scabby horse in between 2 piss-soaked mattresses.
And frustrations
Stairs! I think it broke my hand.
have reached boiling point.
Why can you overrule somebody by shouting?
I have nothing more to say.
The island has almost claimed its first victim.
Ryan!
He's an idiot. How people die.
13 people will not leave this island. Let's just see how shit goes down now. I feel like I'm living in like Epping Forest.
In Epping Forest?
Yeah.
Do you get tarantulas in Epping Forest?
No, but you get big
Scorpions?
spiders. No.
No? Bell constructors?
No.
Just a load of doggers.
There's doggers. A lot of doggers.
The men have now been scraping by on starvation rations for 2 weeks.
We've decided to call this island Surely Island because, well, you know, we keep saying, surely there must be more fish. Surely there must be pigs. Surely there must be other things we can eat other than snails.
Energy levels are at rock bottom.
Today's been a struggle, just a physically hard struggle to do the simplest things. We've got one fish that came out of the gill net on our beach this morning. I've got 3 portions left for Team Malnutrition. It's Tony, Dino.
So the disappointment of not having enough carbs and food in general is kind of contributing to the mood in the camp.
I'm so hungry now. I'm so hungry. I want crisps galore. I want that cookie dough. I want pizza. I want hot dogs, sausage, bacon, eggs. I don't even like eggs.
That's because you just talk about food all day. You're torturing yourself.
Just pass me a coconut shit.
For me, survival is feast or famine. I think that's quickly becoming apparent. There's no steadiness to our food.
Here you go, mate. Come on. Come on, just tick. That's it.
We've got no means of preserving the food that we catch. So when we get it, we have to eat it, and when we haven't got it, we're in a famine situation.
How's that lovely coconut bone?
It's not hitting the spot.
This is one of the most serious cases of hunger I've ever seen. It's extreme. I don't think it's going to end.
I remember as part of our combat survival training in the military, one of the things I learned is actually just how hard work it is, the business of surviving. You know, all day you're working to collect water, find food, repair your camp, protect your fire, find firewood. You know, it's a constant process. And I think one of the key elements in a good survivor is a hard work ethic.
We need caiman meat.
You might be right, mate.
Because the fish ain't coming. They've all buggered off.
Rupert is determined to keep scouring the island for his toughest prey.
2 weeks ago, I killed a caiman, and it fed all of us for, I think, 3 meals, so it's definitely a food source worth chasing.
We're ready to rock and roll.
I'm on this one. Bucket man.
Let's do it.
I know there's people that are desperate to wrestle a caiman. I don't see the need of it, really. I think we can sustain ourselves on snails and things.
This is so Caymanville. It's now straightforward. Find it, catch it, kill it, eat it.
For Rupert, Mike and Chris, hunting in the mangrove swamps is using a huge amount of precious energy.
I feel as if I'm climbing a mountain. It's just becoming more and more difficult. Short of breath, weak, legs feel as if they're not functioning. But we need some food. We need some decent food.
We've seen hide nor hair since that first one. Mind you, if we did find one, we'd be too knackered to catch him.
Yeah.
Well, stop whinging, carry on.
Got this filled in no time.
Yeah, it's easier in the street, have you?
It's got to be about over 100 in there already. Nice and easy meal.
Really easy, they're just everywhere.
Saki, Ryan and Joe gather snails, the grim staple of the men's diet.
It tastes better every day. It's a shame they're only 1 calorie each.
There's certain people who have an eye for foraging. You've got certain people who are better at physically catching things. Everybody who's here is able-bodied, but some just work harder than others.
Soz, I'm just so tired, babes. I'm so tired.
Devil makes work for idle hands. You keep busy all day, you keep your nose clean, but, you know, if you don't keep busy, then it's going to bite you in the backside.
Just in the last 2, 3, 4 days, all I've seen of Craig is Craig lying around, and I think that's wrong.
It's bloody hard. It's hard. You want to do so much, yet you haven't got the energy in order to do it.
He's not pulling his weight. And at the moment, he's on a free ticket, you know. He's getting a free lunch every day.
Literally like regressed to being like monkeys, so just scrabbling around on our hands and knees, picking food. Crazy.
After searching for hours, they've failed to find a caiman crocodile, but they have discovered a few wild figs.
Oh, stood up. Ow.
Oh, fainting.
Fainting.
I assume it's dehydration.
We'll get to those beaches, I think, and then round before tide changes and hits us.
The men decide to return to camp, but they've been out so long, their way back through the mangrove has been cut off by the rising tide. They have to take an alternative route across the rocky coastline.
In the afternoon, heat is at its zenith.
Where are the figs?
Good question. Where are the figs?
It's a sign of how fucked up our brains have become, and pick a whole bucket load on our hands and knees like monkeys, and then wander off, leaving the bucket there. Duh.
That's just a quick shufty back, innit? Yeah. Go, go, go.
Totally Chris's fault, though. I mean, he was carrying the buckets.
Yeah.
60-year-old Chris returns for the figs, but it's a dangerous gamble. With the tide rising at 1 metre an hour, the route back to camp is rapidly becoming more difficult.
Extreme hunger affects not only obviously your physical strength, but also your decision-making ability.
Mate.
And if there's doubt, don't take the risk. You'll only get it wrong once.
Good to go, mate?
I am finally good to go.
Got the figs back, heading back to camp now. It's about an hour's walk.
Quite sure whether we're too late for this.
Now approaching high tide, the beach has disappeared.
Oh shit.
Mate.
You all right?
Yeah. I'll be all right.
Rocks are lethal. It's whiskey. Oh shit, it's a chasm of doom. Means the trouble with this route is we've got all these little gullies that just get worse and worse.
Death-defying jump. She's going to test you, isn't it, mate?
I ain't doing that.
No? Sure?
Sure.
100%?
100%. No mere limits.
Right,
If you're not sure, mate, don't do it.
No.
It's a broken leg or worse.
So I'll go down and round.
Hey, three, that bucket, mate. The pigs. Ah, balls.
Unwilling to risk the jump, Chris has no choice but to take his chances in the sea.
Come on, mate.
And Mike follows.
You know. Very tough, mate.
The currents on this stretch of shoreline can reach 6 knots, powerful enough to pull even the strongest swimmer out to sea. Jumping the ravines, Rupert's made it ahead of the others.
Chris! Brace! Okay, and move.
This is fucking dangerous, Fletch.
That's it, mate. Quickly as we can.
I'm really worried about this bit.
Keep a really good hold, hold, hold. Let's go. Brace! Let's move.
Yeah.
Coming in, brace!
Oh, God.
Okay, okay. And again.
Couple of happy chaps. Having gone through hell.
That was pretty close to the edge, wasn't it?
Well done, Chris.
The exhausted hunting party returned to camp with only a few figs to show for their efforts.
Looks like it's been tough here at base. All right, Dino.
What, babe?
Having a tough day?
Yeah. Having a fiance day. How are you?
We're good.
What did you get?
Figs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fruit
There you go.
figs.
We staggered back into the camp, and there is Club 2130, all flat on the backs, snoring the bloody heads off.
A lot of people just sitting around doing fuck all, really. They're quite happy to sit back and let people work around them and provide for them and decide where their mum or something. I don't really want to get involved in a massive argument, but it's coming to a little bit of a head, I think, slowly but surely.
You can see little cracks starting to appear and people are like, boom, boom. Like little comments here and there are coming out and you're like, oh, judgy.
Bitten my tongue long enough. There's certain people that day after day do absolutely nothing and then come like little leeches with their bowls and don't even have the bloody decency to say thank you. And you just think, wow, your moles are as low as a snake's belly.
This is the life here, guys. Oh, I feel like the Kardashians laying here.
This is jokes. I got a couple of sardines baking for dinner.
It's mid-morning. The 4 youngest members of the group are sunbathing.
One of the team there, and I won't say who, just said, I can't wait to get home to play on my PlayStation. That is how different we are. I cannot comprehend why you would look down there and go, God, I wish I was in my mum's house.
Yeah.
You know, in my bedroom, playing on a PlayStation. But it's fucking moronic, isn't it? How are we doing, Taff?
Not too bad.
You coming to out, mate?
Going for my daily exercise.
Do you want to tow this net out for us instead of walking?
Maybe. I'm still trying to keep my foot dry.
What's the worst thing that's can happen? It's not going to fall off, is it?
I'm very, very pissed off. I've just been stopped by Fletcher, who all of a sudden has become a bit of a, obviously become a doctor. He must have taken over from Sam's role. Asking me why I can't help with a gill net. Explained that I've injured my foot. His reply was, what's the worst that could happen?
The only thing that's wrong with his toe, his foot, is the lazy body that's attached to it.
He says that he's hurt his foot and can't go in the water, which... I'm starting to lose sympathy, and I think maybe it's actually laziness.
Someone said to him, could you do water? And he's like, oh, I don't know, maybe. It's like, have some fucking pride in yourself. He's just idle. And if he stayed here, he'd slowly kill himself through idleness. Get off your lazy ass and do something. People take the piss like that. It's just an insult to the rest of us. I'm not going to be able to hold my tongue, I don't think.
Do try, Rupert.
I'll try, but it's difficult, Sam, sometimes.
After weeks on the island, it isn't just the younger group members that Rupert has his differences with.
Not much water left in that puddle, guys.
Sam, me and him disagree on pretty much absolutely everything. He's sort of sharing, caring, feeling, emotive, all that stuff. I think I'm a lot more hard-nosed in life than Sam, a little less forgiving.
43-year-old Rupert lives in LA, where he moved to further his TV career.
I'm kind of divorced and starting a new chapter, rediscovering who I am again after 10 years of marriage. I also had this weird fantasy about being shipwrecked or being a castaway, kind of Robinson Crusoe or the Lord of the Flies scenario kind of thing. And I guess it's because it's a way of challenging yourself and seeing what you're capable of. I'm kind of hoping I come out of this with a sort of zen calmness.
Everyone else is working their asses off in the sun, sweating, working all morning. Craig's over there having a nice little swim with Dean, like they're in the Blue Lagoon having a romantic holiday. He's supposed to be on firewood today. I think he's done 2 small armfuls all day and the rest of the time just lying around.
But I don't think that we should start talking about, you know, if he's not going to pull his weight, he should go. Cause
no.
We came on here as 13 guys, we leave as 13 guys, that's full stop.
But it's days and days of this now. It's just, every time you see him, he's lying on the ground doing nothing or asleep. That winds me up. Sorry, I have to say something. Craig, have a word, mate. You don't notice everybody else is kind of working and sweating and all that. What have you done today?
I've just been down there and on firewood. I've just been down there for Endwood Beach.
I know, I saw you walking there and come back, but you didn't come back with anything.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find firewood.
There's a lot of firewood, mate. A walk down the beach and coming back with empty arms isn't really doing it, is it?
Sticks.
Did you get some?
I couldn't find any.
You can't find little sticks. Mate, come on, why are you here? Why are you here?
I don't know, I asked my question now.
I know.
Myself back quite a lot ago, so
I know.
I'm fucked off with
I know, well, don't walk away. I want to talk to you. All we're asking is that you kind of make an effort to help with the group, and that's kind of just, I'm not seeing it. I know you've had injuries and stuff like that, it's fair enough, but you're walking around now, and I just want to be able to see...
So all you want to do is bitch, and that's all...
I'm not bitching. Hey, grow up, don't walk away. Why are you here?
Same reason you were here.
I doubt it, because I seem to be doing a very different time on this island than you are, so...
I don't want a camera in my face. I haven't got time for fucking ass.
I don't know who the fuck he thinks he is. He's exactly the same as me on the island. I don't care what job he does. He's exactly the same as me on the island. And he hasn't got no fucking right to come and speak to me like that. And I walked away from him because my temper rises very quickly, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And then when he's going, oh, that's how you deal with it. Yeah? That's a man way to do it. Fuck off.
Going.
No.
No, I've had enough. I'm going. I'm going.
Listen, don't be rash.
Tomorrow I'm off to my wonderful land of Wales.
Craig, don't do that, mate. Craig, mate, listen, buddy, we'd be devastated if that happened.
Sorry, I'm not apologetic for it, but I'm not.
The clash between Rupert and Craig has affected the group.
It's very easy to criticise other people, very easy, you know. And I could easily criticise some of the guys that like to lie on the beach and sunbathe. And I could easily criticise the people that have a massive go at people, which is completely out of turn. I think both those things probably actually don't sit that well with me. But I just don't think that we should be sniping at each other and picking up on those things. It's because it's only happening because we're hungry, we're knackered, we're spending 24 hours a day in each other's company. And I can just feel the group falling apart. Because that's my biggest fear here, is that you know, at this point, when we've done so much, it starts to break up. And that would just be a disaster for me.
Get this shit.
The group has barely eaten anything in days. I've ensured this island has enough water, animals and vegetation on it to keep the men alive, but only if they have the ingenuity to find it, catch it and kill it.
Seems to go quite quiet inland. Not much life.
Rupert and the hunters are scavenging the forest for anything to eat.
We look? Yeah, maybe. Oh, we can get down to the beach here again.
Rupert!
Look, they got something.
Woo! That is what you call a yucca. Yes! Solid carbs, mate.
Wow.
Solid carbs.
Just one?
No, mate, the forest over there to somewhere over here.
Really?
Yeah, mate, and they're just popping out the ground everywhere.
Welcome to the yucca forest.
Oh, wow.
That's the yucca right there, this baby here.
The yucca has edible potato-like roots.
You wait till you get some good carbs in your belly.
Very happy. Let's go and tell the boys.
For maximum efficiency, really you want to be getting about 60% of your energy from carbohydrates. And these yucca plants are actually some of the best carbohydrates known to man.
the men's bodies will turn them into energy far more quickly than the protein that they've been eating.
Wake up, you dozy bastards!
Hang on, I just heard something coming up in the background. But this sounds good.
We got some for you.
Anyone for carbohydrate?
Wow! Oh my God!
Welcome to your first yucca meal. Tonight, we eat like royalty.
Oh my God!
Oh, you beauty!
If I don't get a drink of water, I am going to pass out.
Rob, get a stick, quick. Get a spear!
Shit!
Go.
Tangled in the fishing nets is another welcome discovery.
Zaki, what is it?
Let's just bring a whole lot in.
Stingray!
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
Watch out for that stinger.
He's done.
Holy cow, that is massive.
He's done.
Shit. Fish and chip for dinner. We're going to eat.
The stingray is big enough to feed all 13 men.
Wow, it totally lifted spirits just when they needed lifting. I think everyone was getting into survival slump, I guess. I think surviving in this environment is feast and famine, you know, the waves of feast and famine, yeah?
Yeah.
And today we're having a feast.
The promise of their first proper meal in weeks has brought a fragile peace to the camp.
We don't have champagne, we don't have a DJ, but now it's party time! Oh, look at all that meat, man!
They look a little bit like a haggis, don't they?
I've never had haggis.
You should try catching them, mate. They are so difficult to catch.
What, a haggis?
Yeah. But they've got one leg shorter than the other, so they can go on mountains a lot easier.
Really?
Yeah, they're crazy.
They're going to go one direction.
Yeah. So you've got a clockwise and anti-clockwise one, and they're completely different species.
I've never seen a haggis.
Yeah.
Is there any haggis here?
No, you only get them in the Scottish Highlands.
Sort of purpley, aren't they, Fletch? I'd say more mauve.
Yeah, I was going to say mauve.
Well, the animal's mauve.
Like, it looks brown, but then when you catch it in the sun, it's got like this glint, you know, like...
So it's got
some
highlights?
Dogs can eat, I guess.
Essentially, yeah. It's a hairdresser's dream. It really is, yeah.
Haggis is not an animal, is it? Is it? You lot of bastards.
Sizzle that, look at that.
Whoa. Really good. Yeah, we've finally got a meal with meat and veg.
Sounds good.
It's literally what dreams are made of.
After being deprived for weeks, the men are now experiencing a serious carb high.
I'm in a happy place.
Sam sees an opportunity for some team bonding.
I'd like to do some kind of fun stuff as a group, like playing a game of rounders on the beach.
I'd like to just hack away up there and build a little chill-out area where we can sit back and watch the sun go down.
I'd like to make a big bit of beach art that has actually no practical purpose at all.
I really would love to see a leatherback turtle. I'd love that.
We just had a meeting about where we're at, and I think there's kind of obviously two very different sides to the camp now. They want to build sculptures, they want to play rounders, and I know where my priorities lie. We're still at the basic hunter-gatherer stage, and we're living paycheck to paycheck. We haven't got tomorrow's food. It's out there in that sea, hopefully, stuck in the nets. If it isn't, we're fucked. So, as far as I'm really concerned, the rest are in cloud fucking cuckoo land.
Both my grandfathers were miners. Obviously, they passed their digging skills on to me.
Gotta love the Welsh. They do try.
The morning after their first meal of carb-rich yucca, energy levels are high.
Energy-wise, I feel like a new man out here. Yeah, I woke up this morning with a real spring in my step and a real purpose.
Everything. Everything changed this morning. We've got food coming in, we've got yucca, which is there. There's loads of it, it's going to keep us going. It's a massive, massive breakthrough.
Up to now, the group's all-consuming focus has been about food. But humans require much more than just food and water to survive. At what point do you try and move on from this hand-to-mouth existence and start trying to improve the quality of their lives?
We've just found this amazing bit of driftwood. It's the sort of branches of a tree, so we can just hang our coconuts, all our cups.
I think it's a great idea.
They look quite good, doesn't it? I'm using the day to feather our nest. Just trying to make a few camp improvements, trying to get this place looking good.
Sam, let's go to Sam. Sam is the campest man on this island. And given that Dino's on the island, that takes some doing. Yeah, he's the gayest straight bloke I know.
Oh, I think that's rather nice, that.
Well done, Sam.
It's all shaping up, isn't it?
What do you think to the new pieces of furniture?
Nice. Rupert turns his nose up at all sorts of things that I've done. You know, hat stand and coconut tree. All these things, for me, are part of creating an environment that we want to live in, that we're happy to live in. But for him, they're an unnecessary part of survival.
Despite the big yucca find, Rupert continues to search for food at every opportunity.
Ropes, bring machete.
What do you got? What do you got?
What do you think?
Well, it's not pizza. Oysters? No.
Oysters, mate. Yeah.
I'll get sweating. I didn't come here to play house. It's all very well making the camp look pretty and building little things to put mugs on and all that kind of stuff, which is great and it looks nice, but our priority should be finding food because I don't think we're out of the woods yet.
Fuck me! Huge!
And it's like, I don't know, everyone's just kind of sort of crossing their fingers and hoping, and that's not really a way to survive. That's gambling with your lives a bit.
I mean, Sam's building a swing.
Whee! No one's cooking, none of the other shit that he's doing around. It's just like, come on.
With yucca supplies in camp running low, Rupert takes a team to harvest some more.
Funny smell. There's a sweet smell around here, isn't there?
Yeah, something's rotting a little bit.
Something is rotting.
Yeah.
Soft and squishy. Rotten.
The harsh tropical environment has played a cruel trick on the men. Many of the tubers have rotted in the ground, and there's hardly any yucca left.
Look at the state of that, mate. It's rotten. It's absolutely rotten. Minging. That is not edible.
We've got 1 day of yucca left, so that's just gone bleak again.
We ain't great. We're very short of food. We're out of yucca. I think it's kind of got to a slight I told you so point, but I never want to say I told you so because that's very annoying when people do that. But there's no food today.
Is it all fucked?
Because we're on an island, I'm going to try and save it.
I was really shocked. We thought we'd on top of the food. I think, it brought everyone back down to reality and made everyone realise that, OK, we need more food.
I'm going to try and get as many pieces into everyone's bowl as possible so that everyone gets the same amount.
Saki dishes up the very last of the yucca.
I don't think we'll survive well without any carbohydrates.
It's the one food that everybody gets a hell of a lot of energy out of the yucca, which really genuinely lifts everybody's spirit.
It's just such a shame there's so little left.
It's pretty obvious to me that we're running out of food. They've searched everywhere. We're running out of energy. We need food, and we need it for tonight.
In camp, the men discuss the best way to feed the group.
Do you think caiman is an important food source?
It's a good source of protein. It's not fish and it tastes nice.
For Rupert, hunting down an old enemy could replace the yucca and feed the camp.
I think the caiman kind of catapulted us from sitting around eating snails and nothing to giving us a big energy boost to doing a whole load of stuff. So who's to say that couldn't happen again?
It is not necessary for the survival of our community to kill caiman. Gill nets have provided, more protein than many caimans combined.
We might get 2 or 3 days of no fish. Could be on snails again every night. Who wants that? It's about stepping forward, isn't it? And stepping upwards and moving on.
Trying to find one of these prehistoric toothed beasts that could rip off your arm and maybe catch one and return a hero has become a little bit of an obsession.
What do you reckon,
Kip?
I think you're full of shit. We should be hunting those pink elephants. They're the ones that are bugging me.
The reality is they're still very much kind of living hand to mouth, and there's no guaranteed food source that they can always rely on. But my view is the real enemy is actually the disunity in the camp.
Do it.
Despite the differences of opinion, Rupert sets out once more to hunt for caiman crocodile.
And I am joining Fletch and CB on the search for more food.
Each time a group heads to the mangroves, it takes up 2 or 3 men. It takes up a huge amount of energy, it takes up water, and it takes up time. Those resources could be used far better. You know, we could catch fish, we could knock down coconuts, we could pick snails, all the sort of stuff that's easily available on this island.
But Saki and his team of snail gatherers think the answer to feeding the group lies on the rocky shoreline.
Snail gathering has probably been one of the most important jobs we've had since we've been on the island.
Yeah, I completely agree. When times get hard, you've got to knuckle down and make sure that you have the bare necessities. The glory of the caiman hunt or the full belly of the snails, I choose the full belly of the snails.
I just love the adventure and trekking through the jungle, hacking away. It's the nature of being here and surviving.
Ah, it's muddy! That's really muddy. Ah, bollocks. This is a stupid plan.
This is where the food is, gentlemen. To get to the food, we have to come in here.
Look at that. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
All right, onwards. Snackering. Yeah, a little stuck in the mud. And the problem with this is that we're moving at about 0.1 miles an hour. And a caiman can probably skitter across this stuff in about 20 miles an hour. So right now they have us at quite a considerable advantage.
Rupert's just an egotistical alpha male. Wannabe, I'd say. He's constantly imposing himself upon the smaller people that he deems aren't as valuable as he is. He wants to be Rambo, let him play Rambo. But that's pointless. That's detrimental to the group. Success?
Oysters and figs.
But oysters and figs are not enough for Rupert. He's got a new idea.
We're going to go caiman hunting at night, because the only way I think we're going to catch them now. Nights is when they hunt, so that's their element. The danger side of it goes up considerably by doing that. But it's a risk, I think, that's worth taking. Tonight, Saki, me and Dan are going out in the swamps to find caiman.
It's not going to work. Pipe dream.
It's not a pipe dream.
No, I don't think it is.
Really fucking caught one, so...
I'm just gonna say that I've opted out of caiman hunting. I'm heading there tonight. There you go, that's sorted then. I've already been there, done that, so to speak. And I've got plans with these guys to do various things.
Saki suddenly announced I'm no longer anything to do with the so-called caiman hunting, which, I don't know, struck me as kind of somewhat arrogant. He didn't seem to have the balls to talk to me personally and say he wasn't going to do it and come and do it. I don't know why he doesn't want to do it. He hasn't said. He hasn't spoken to me since, to be honest, and I haven't spoken to him.
Look out below. Bringing in all the foods on a day-to-day basis. That's far more important than a caiman that you can't even see. They haven't seen one. And yet they're still pursuing it because they're glory hunting.
I just hope I don't come across as too kind of crazed loner. But long term, I think they probably agree with me when they're starving. So I think I'd like to feel I'm still right.
This time, along with Chris and Mike, someone else is up for the thrill of the hunt.
Just about to get ready now to go out into the mangrove for a bit of night caiman hunting. Some of the guys were going, and I just thought it sounded too exciting to pass out.
Right then.
Let's go. See you later. See you later, Zach.
Good luck, boys. See you later, man.
I am excited by the prospect of nighttime caiman hunting, like any red-blooded male. But it seems like a bit of an insane expedition, really. Oh, shit.
In the tidal mangrove swamps at night, the caiman crocodiles themselves will be hunting their prey.
I can
concern is that they don't stand a chance in the water because we can't wrestle it in wasting water. It's just crazy.
We're just slowly making our way through the mangrove swamp, looking to see whether we can see the reflection of any caiman in the head torches. Nothing so far, but we can hear movement inside the mangrove all the time. Everywhere we go, there's just little sounds, little rustling noises, little slaps in the water. It's really, really spooky.
Look at that. Something quite big just shot past my feet.
Look, it's caiman. There, see him?
Rupert and the men are on a dangerous night hunt for caiman crocodile in the pitch-black mangroves.
Well, there's something, I can hear it.
Whoa!
There's a lot of funny noises. There is, isn't there? It's pretty eerie. There's a lot of splashes going on.
Wow. Oh, jeez. Have you got him down?
Yeah.
What was it?
Huge bat.
The trail's gone cold.
Everyone good to carry on?
On this week's episode of the Clueless Caiman Hunters, the Clueless Caiman Hunters decide to go into a mangrove swamp, attempting to catch a crocodile with their bare hands. Stay tuned to see whether we can get their leg bitten off.
Obsessed. Midlife crisis.
After an hour of fruitless searching, some of the hunting party are starting to have their doubts.
Clueless Caiman Hunters. None of us have got a clue, have we?
No. No.
That's the whole point of this trip, is to maybe try and work out.
The thing is, we've got a doctor, a director, a businessman and an IT guy. Collectively, we still know nothing.
You see, that is the intrepid British spirit.
Yeah. Is there likely to be one on this peninsula?
There'll be one 30 clicks in that direction.
30 clicks? Wow.
It's like a tropic thunder. Should we have a cup of tea?
But I still have hope, and you never know. But we got one, something.
Yeah.
Whilst we're stood here having this conversation, they're all kind of out there playing cards, smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. Here come those idiot British guys again.
Yeah, that killed old Jack the other day.
Lame Jack.
Yeah, lame Jack.
Dreams of another caiman crocodile dashed, the men head back to camp.
Wow, check this out. Very fresh. Big old turtle track.
Dan! What?
Dan, it's here.
You serious?
You can see him over there.
Yeah, no, he's digging in there. Come here, come look.
Oh my God, it's huge. Wow. Beautiful thing.
The endangered green sea turtle has come onto the island to lay her eggs.
Very rare.
So special. That's phenomenal.
Just a huge privilege to see this.
Wow. Speechless.
The lion was desperate to see one of these.
It's food for the soul, is that, mate? It's food for the soul.
Ryan's going to be gutted.
Oh, mate, yes. I almost think we should not tell him.
You don't get your ass out of camp, you don't go and see shit.
Don't forget it.
Mate, that was awesome.
And we're not allowed to eat those, right?
After the failed night hunt, most of the group are now convinced that pursuing crocodile is a waste of time and energy.
It's nice to have an audience when you work. And for all the naysayers who think, oh, it's pointless and all that,
If you don't try, you don't succeed. And they're obviously trying very hard just to sit around the camp and do nothing. And they're succeeding at that. They're doing very well at that, in fact.
What are the chances of a lovely cup of tea?
News of last night's turtle sighting has spread.
Mate, I tell you what, it was a big turtle. Beautiful thing.
Mate, I couldn't give a shit. I'll Google it.
Google it.
I'll happily Google silverback turtle. Like, I would rather sleep. I've not slept in 3 days to be woken up about a turtle, man.
I can't believe I've been saying since day one, and seeing the turtles was the most important thing to me about this trip. I said, if I see one of them, I will die happy. 5 guys got 3 metres away from them and didn't come back and get me.
Genuinely, mate, I remember thinking, oh, Ryan would love to see this. But, you know, we were just worried that we'd disturbed it too much and, you know, we didn't want to go and wake people up. Those are the reasons, mate.
Then you can spend a lifetime trying to see those and fail.
Fuck off. I will never forgive any of you, right?
I was a little bit naughty, I have to admit, a confession. I couldn't quite help myself. I innocently started talking about how wonderful the turtle was. Well, Ryan, if you're going to sit there in meetings and call us going out at night and doing that kind of stuff a pointless exercise and a waste of time and a pipe dream, then why the fuck should we come and get you?
You never believe what that arsehole just said to me.
Who?
Rupert. And he's like, oh, that turtle was so amazing last night. I can't believe it. You can spend your whole life looking for them and fail. The guy's a fucking... He used to... Can't believe it. Fucking fuck.
Ryan.
I shouldn't have to worry about childish reactions from people like that, should I? He missed out. Tough shit. I have very little sympathy for him on this one. He needs to grow up or fuck off.
Rupert, all his negativity that he's expressed over the last couple of days, attacking Craig, he's really attacking Ryan. You know, attacking rather than childish when actually doing childish things himself. Just things that are completely unhelpful.
I really hope these guys can come together and build an effective team. But the reality is, when you're tired and you're hungry, the more primal side of us comes out. Then you learn what people are really like.
It's either all or nothing with Rupert. It's either his way or no way. I would say the group has outgrown Rupert.
The human side of it's starting to kind of just bear down a little bit on me. If I could get rid of half the people here, then it would be a lot better.
I don't understand. Why be so difficult?
It's an age thing, mate. It must be an age thing. Or hang-ups that he's got. He has to be right all the time. His word is final. So it's to pick on people that he thinks they're not going to argue. He wants to pick points.
For all of the fact that we've been together as a tribe and we've collaborated, my prediction is that if we had to stay for longer, the group would actually split in half.
Yeah, then it'd be interesting to see how half of them actually fed themselves when the people that actually get all the food decided just to look after themselves. Of like, actually, if you're not looking for it and not contributing towards that, why should you get any? I think we'd start sticking some of the fucking weaker ones on a raft and send them off to another island.
I find it a little unfortunate that you see the world like that.
It will become Lord of the Flies, and they end up killing the rest of them. And they finally get rescued, but humans don't go back to their fucking savage past, and they're thinking that when it comes to desperation and hunger, it will get nasty.
Next on the island.
What did you just do wanker sign towards me? Fuck you.
As the end approaches...
The meeting's not over yet, you dickhead.
Tensions rise.
You're just full of bullshit.
I can't be bothered to fucking argue anymore.
Don't take the piss.
Somebody makes it easy to take the piss. Why not take the piss?
The guys are still physically declining.
Oh, my Lord.
The pipe of justice.
Something is going to have to change if they're going to stay the course.
Welcome to the first Surely Island election.